Welcome to NFL Conference Championship update video. Yes, I'm wearing a Patriots jersey, so we'll get to most of this. I just got done watching this Rams Seahawks championship game, and boy, we got to talk about it. We'll start in the AFC, where the Patriots win it 10-7 over the Broncos. Christian Gonzalez, 6 total tackles, 5 solo tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass defense, 1 interception. The pick that would have been sealed the deal, and they managed to do it. And what a win for New England. They're back in the Super Bowl for the 12th time in franchise history. Again, Patriots fans, I don't disrespect you guys. It's as if I doubted you guys. I didn't doubt you guys against the Chargers. No, I didn't. The Texans, I was back and forth for that game. I had to lean to the Texans defense. And then I went to this game going with, okay, maybe my gut saying my heart goes to the Broncos, but my mind always thinks New England should win it. But I went through my heart. So New England back in the Super Bowl for the first time since 2019, the year when they were at Super Bowl 53 and played the Rams and won their 6th Super Bowl title. What a story for the Patriots. They went from 4 wins to going to the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel has been a great coach, the coach that turned this team around. And Drake May, go back to 10 years ago. Drake May, who came to Charlotte, watched the Panthers go to the Super Bowl 10 years ago, and he went there with his father to Santa Clara to see his Panthers hopefully lift that Lombardi trophy. Unfortunately, they lost that game. 10 years later, that kid was Drake May, and he's now going to play in Super Bowl 60. And if I were Drake May, I would go back to that 10 years ago and look at it and go, one day I'm gonna be on that field and I'm going to play a team. I'm gonna lead my team to the Super Bowl, and then I will win one. And Drake May did it. Great job for Drake May. I think he's likely going to win the MVP. I think he's turned this team around with Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator, and likely for the Patriots, will they win their 7th championship, which would be the most by any other team in NFL history. As for the Broncos, unfortunately, their season ends in a disaster season. Of course, started with the Bo Nix injury last week when he had a broken bone on the ankle, and they went with Jarrett Stidham. Everybody hoped that Jarrett Stidham could do it. They had the, hey, Stiddy. But Patriots defense, by the way, let me tell you, the Patriots defense, underrated defense. No one will want to play that Patriots defense, which the way they played throughout this postseason, they've been showing that they are the big dogs to play in January, and now they deserve to play another game in February. But for the Broncos, their defense has been good. We'll see what happens with Vince Joseph. Will he be ending up getting a head coaching job? And so is Davis Webb, who is the quarterback's coach for Denver. He's been linking to the head coaching jobs surrounding like the Raiders, who have interest with Davis Webb. So again, we'll see what happens there. But Sean Payton has a lot to clean up for Denver. And for the Broncos fans, we wish you the best of luck next year. All right, so who will be the Patriots playing? It came down to the Rams and the Seahawks, and boy, what a win this is. The Seattle Seahawks get a home field advantage win, 31-27 over the Rams. They win the rubber match. Sam Darnold, 25 out of 36, 346 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rating of 127.8 rating. Seattle is back at the Super Bowl for the first time in 11 years, their 4th time in franchise history, And what a turnaround for the Seahawks. Go back to 2 years ago when Pete Carroll stepped down as Seahawks head coach. There's going to be questions surrounding this team with Pete Carroll out. They hire Ravens defense coordinator Mike Macdonald. They went, I believe, 9-8, but missed the playoffs. And look at this team. This team turned things around. I know they had to get rid of Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant, but Mike Macdonald knew they want to change. He wants this offense to change, and he is calling the defense. So what do? Well, you bring in Clint Kubiak. You bring in Sam Darnold for a $100 million deal. You bring in Cooper Kupp alongside JSN, who's been impressive, and AJ Barner stepped up as a number one tight end for the Seahawks, and now they're going to get the chance to go to Santa Clara and play at the Super Bowl. And boy, I'm proud of the 12s. They deserve to go back to the Super Bowl. It's been a while for this team to get through a lot, from the Russell Wilson drama to the end of the era with Pete Carroll, and now they have the new era with Mike Macdonald and the Legion of Boom 2.0 Seahawks going to the Super Bowl. As for the Rams, I mentioned Drake May could likely win MVP. I do think Stafford could also end up winning the MVP. But will this be the last time we'll see Matthew Stafford on the football field? And if it is, what a career for Matthew Stafford. And he, not just a Super Bowl winner, but what he did throughout his career in the NFL. If he does end up winning the MVP award, I do believe he'll end up either retire or probably stand for one more year for the Rams. Sean McVay falls short to go back to the Super Bowl. As the Rams go home, we'll hopefully address some fix-ups for next season. And they will keep an eye on is Chris Shula, their defense coordinator. Will he stay? Will he go take a head coaching job? The Rams going to have to do a lot of soul searching. But overall, phenomenal year. Looking forward to next year. And for the Seahawks, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, so this is Super Bowl 60 preview. What do we have so far? So, this is Super Bowl 49 rematch, which, by the way, that was the last time the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl 11 years ago. They played the Patriots and the 1 yard line. You run the ball with Marshawn Lynch, or you throw. Russell Wilson made one mistake. Did not run with Marshawn Lynch. Throw an interception at the 1 yard line by Malcolm Butler. The Patriots won their fourth championship in franchise history. Well, a lot has changed since that Super Bowl. There's some great matchups I would look at. Sam Darnold versus Drake May. Both of these guys are going to get a chance to play for their first ever Super Bowl title. I know Mike Vrabel, who's played as a player and now as a coach, he is trying to become the second coach to win the Super Bowl, not only as a player, but a coach. Who was that second player? The second coach? Gary Kubiak did it before. Mike Macdonald, who's 38 years old, he is going to be the, I believe, third or second youngest coach to coach at the Super Bowl. What an achievement for Mike Macdonald. But I think this is the matchup I want to see. Josh McDaniels, who is the offensive coordinator for the Patriots, calling the offense, versus Mike Macdonald's defense. And Mike Macdonald, who is the head coach, calls the defense. That is going to be a real good matchup between the number one scoring defense against a Patriots offense that, yeah, they've been struggling throughout the postseason this year, but when they were in the regular season, they've shown they can score points against good defenses. So I'm looking forward to this rematch. Again, what's at stake for the Super Bowl? New England is trying to go back, trying to win their seventh Super Bowl title. The Seahawks are trying to win their second title in franchise history. That's it for NFL Conference Championship update. I will keep doing with these NFL news around the coaching news, and then again, Super Bowl predictions video will happen in 2 weeks on Saturday. If you're not seeing my other videos, go check them out on my channel. Of course, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more sports news. We went from 32 teams to only 2. Seahawks, Patriots, Super Bowl 60. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.